Yeah, that was good.
They did a lot of good character development on him. So.
And one thing I need to talk about is, let's all give our moment of silence. Last time we're going to see Andy Serkis play Gollum, probably. What do you think? Is he in the later in the story?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, Gollum's not in the story later on.
Boom, he's done, right?
No, I don't.
A short portion, isn't he?
No,
I
think that's it. Gollum's gone.
Is that really
so this is the last time we saw him play Gollum.
Okay, I could be wrong. I haven't read the book in over a decade.
I could have sworn my mom told me she's like, no, Gollum's like short scene, like slowly throughout the Hobbit.
No, I'm almost positive he's gone because I know he shows up when Bilbo got the ring, and then he doesn't show up again until later on. He sees Frodo with it. He's like, oh, my ring.
Yeah. But
that's... either way, he won't have a scene like he did. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it sucks that he's going to be gone, but damn, that was the way to go out, dude. That whole scene, that's my favorite part of the movie, hands down. The stuff between him and Gollum.
Honestly...
Oh, yeah, Justin's here.
Go ahead, Justin.
Well, no, I'm just being quiet because I really don't have any... Like, I was thoroughly disappointed with the film. Yeah. And honestly, like, I just saw it because it is The Hobbit, and, you had to... It's part of Lord of the Rings, so you have to go see it.
I did expect a lot more.
But, like... Yeah, the Gollum scene is really the only scene that I could
have watched that for 3 hours, dude.
Yeah.
That was so well done.
I love the scene where they fucking fight all the goblins in the mountain and like do the whole running away across all the shit and just killing hundreds of the things.
I mean,
that's the same scene. That's like the whole end of the movie.
The whole third act. You like the third act? I got you.
Okay. The flaming pine cones was a bit silly, even though that was in the book. Yeah.
I have one argument on the ending though. Okay. The part where Thorin I can't even fucking say his name. Thorin, when Thorin is going up to the Pale Orc, it's the most epic part. I'm like, oh my god, shit's gonna go
and
down.
Then he gets owned.
he just fucking clothesline. I was like, I was expecting a badass fight, and what happened? No, he gets, and then Bilbo runs in, and it's like, dude, you're a hobbit, and then everyone somehow runs in without them noticing, and then
they were all in the tree,
and then the eagles come, and then yet again they could just fly to where they need to go.
Fuck those eagles, dude. Okay, I'm so fucking.
The Bilbo thing was really necessary, though. Was really necessary because that's part of his character transformation, where he becomes no longer the cowardly little guy that's just in the way. He's like, why the fuck did Gandalf bring him? Now he's actually more useful. He's got the rank advantage.
I'm Bilbo.
I just wanted a badass fucking fight for Thorin and the Pale Orc, and then knock Thorin on his ass.
I have a feeling that's gonna be a huge battle though in like the third movie, maybe. Oh my god, second or third. That's gonna be.
Except the CGI needs to get way better.
I think Thorin getting knocked on his ass almost instantly made it a little stronger because it made the orc a real threat. It made him no longer just some guy with like literally the worst augmetic for his arm. It looks like he stuck a fork in his arm.
Yeah, that was fucking bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get.
I'm good.
I get you can't have. I get. It's fantasy. You can't have like mechanical functioning arm like Ash in Evil Dead.
That's what I'm like. That puts
he could have had like a magic arm, like grow back or something. I don't know.
That makes more sense than a stick.
Then just I'm the Pale Orc.
You know your movie's bad when you.
But anyways, it shows how tough that orc really is, and I think it sets him up as a big villain. Is where he took the biggest baddest dwarf out and just like took him out, made him a serious threat. And I think even if it was kind of like, oh, I want to see Thorin do more. Yeah, it was necessary. I think.
Even with that though, it's kind of like.
And by this point,
it was like predictable. Like it was just too predictable. Yeah. It was like,
agreed.
It was like, he just got clothesline. I know Bilbo's gonna come and put the team on his back.
Here's what I don't understand. With Bilbo is like,
I want to doubt.
Now I get it's not in the book, so they're not gonna do it. But if I was Bilbo, right, I'm sitting here, I'm saying, all right, I'm gonna run to Thorin's help, right. I would put my ring on. And then just be invisible stabbing these bitches.
Yeah, especially since there's
who
no.
the fuck is stabbing us?
There's no significant threat.
Doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah, there's no significant threat.
Seriously, just like when they were like, "Oh, why can't they just fly in the eagles?
Why don't the eagles just fly them down?
Okay, no, hold
on. Drop the fucking ring.
I wanna hit on that. Now, a lot of people have done that for the first time. They bash on the eagles. Like, why didn't the eagles just fly them all the way to Mount Doom?
It's so funny.
And then in this one, why didn't the eagles just fly them all the way to the North Place? 2 reasons, bitches.
Here we go.
The Eagles are not a goddamn taxi service.
There we go.
Yeah.
You can rent one eagle, then go to another eagle.
They explain this in the book. They explain this partially in the book.
It's a movie, goddammit.
They are doing Gandalf. They owe Gandalf favors.
Okay.
So they're only going to fly him away from immediate danger. They're not like, oh yeah, we'll fly you halfway across the world on our backs. No, they're going to get fucking tired just like everyone else.
I'm not saying halfway. go have them walk halfway to the mission and then have them fly them the other way.
Yeah, no, but now hold up. And again, they're only doing it because they're in danger and Gandalf is really in danger. That's the only reason they're doing it.
Well, Gandalf.
Secondly, hold up.
Part of the magic.
Flying all the way to Mount Doom is not realistic at all. People are, oh, you could have flown to Mount Doom. Oh yeah, and then what's gonna happen? Fucking the whole idea of sending the Hobbits to Mount Doom is they would pass under the eye. They wouldn't be seen. If he sees a bunch of fucking eagles flying there at the ring, he's gonna be like, oh, okay, let's get all my aerial forces, bring them back, shoot those fuckers out of the sky, clean them, have Hobbit eagle for dinner, and I'll have my ring back.
But if you have a shit ton of eagles, you can throw them off.
No, he couldn't.
If you have like 500 eagles,
wave one of eagles.
All he would need is a single ring wraith on one of those fucking wyverns.
No, listen, like.
Yeah.
You can just throw them off. Like, have people pass the ring from eagle to eagle.
Yeah.
It's like Quidditch.
And then a whole bunch of eagles die. And then you have a whole bunch of eagles die.
And then you already have...
Gandalf is not goddamn Zach Brannigan. Oh, let's throw waves and waves of men after them. One of them will survive.
Dude, I love Futurama so much. Oh my god, I love Futurama.
Okay, well,
so
I completely agree with
so we won this argument.
Yeah, Ian just dropped knowledge. He just got the mic drop right there.
Shit,
that was hilarious. Anyway, that's not my.
Think you know Lord of the Rings, my nigga? You think you know?
Yeah, if you have that eagle argument, fuck you.
Yeah, listen to this podcast. You'll be denied.
You just got Argo fucked yourself.
Well, I hate that because I've heard that argument so many times. People think they're clever. Oh, why did the eagles just fly them?
Okay, hold on.
I don't know. Maybe if you think for 3 seconds.
Counter that. Hold on now. You can counter this. You can have the eagles fly like 200 yards up onto Mordor, and then do the same thing they did in Return of the King, and then have Frodo walk in there.
But here's the thing: you're assuming the eagles are available.
Sure they are.
They're not always available.
They're not.
It's convenient times.
Dude,
they are.
Oh, they were.
That moth is like, listen, Gandalf, listen. You whisper to me one more time. I swear to God, I'm letting you die.
Yeah,
I swear to God. Don't catch me again.
The whole idea of sending them on foot, especially hobbits, is that they're going to be a lot harder to detect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was the whole idea. Point. If you're sending big, giant, fucking aerial units with no cover absolutely whatsoever in the sky, you're just putting a big.
That'd be a much cooler movie.
Here's your ring, fucking kill me sign.
Oh man.
Yeah, for those.
I just imagine Gandalf being in the middle of the battle. Right, where the fuck's that moth? I need these eagles here.
I think the idea is that he can summon any moth. He's a fucking wizard.
Yeah, I mean,
the only powers he really used in any of the films were like giant light that kind of inspired people. Breaking the bridge, and then talking to a moth.
Okay. That's the thing I don't like about Gandalf in like the books and the movies. Is like Gandalf is supposed to be basically like the baddest motherfucker in the land.
No, he's the great. Sauron was.
Okay, but is Sauron alive?
Sauron.
He was in the
Saruman.
Yeah.
But is he dead
Which
now?
is a pointless.
Which movie? Now in The Hobbit, or
I'm talking about like The Return of the King. I'm talking about
when he became the White. When he became White, he wasn't
Wait a
powerful.
minute. He came back from the dead. Don't forget that.
Yeah, well, that's because
you say he's not a badass. He's like the whole "you shall not pass." He didn't.
Awesome. He didn't come back from the dead. He didn't die.
Well, he came back.
Very right, Stephen.
He fucking came back and bitched on everyone at that Helm's Deep.
Sauron lost his power.
Okay.
He made Helm's Deep his bitch. Right?
That's because he became That's because he became Gandalf the White. Yeah. There's only so many wizards, and they each have their own color, and they each have different abilities based on their color.
Yeah.
And the strongest one is the White. Yeah. So when he became
Ian
the White,
dropped some wizard knowledge on this.
Hey,
and the brown.
You gotta know your.
Is Brown the shit wizard?
If you're gonna be talking about your fantasy novels, you gotta know. You gotta know about your fantasy novels.
One quick thing, because I want to keep going here. One quick thing about this movie, it felt like they used a little bit more CGI in this one than the last one.
I was hoping to touch on that.
In the original trilogy, a lot of the fight scenes seemed choreographed. Like, there was still CGI. When the ghosts go in and go apeshit all over Gondor. That was cool. But I'm saying, like, in the hand-to-hand combat, this one looked like just...
They did. Well, they used a lot more Worgans.
There was in front of green screen.
A lot of Worgans, and they used a lot of... Well, I mean, the thing is, there's a lot in the Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of goblins. There's not nearly so many orcs, and orcs are bigger, and you can just put people in the costumes and stuff. It's harder to do goblins.
I kind of wish they wouldn't have made the bad orc in this one CGI. I wish they would have made him like a guy in a suit.
Peter Jackson was known for those movies.
That worked in the original trilogy.
They look so real. Like, oh my god.
They could have pulled it off. But
I'm just saying they could have hired a bunch of midgets to play the goblins.
No,
that's not funny. Justin.
I thought the goblins were actually really good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought the goblins were really good. The pale orc was shit.
Yeah.
Overall, there was too much CGI in general.
Who was the goblin with the fucking testicle for a chin? Remember that at the bottom when he's like, you can't beat me, and he slices him. Like, oh, that was the guy with a fucking ball for a chin?
The giant guy. Yeah, I can't remember his name.